Steve, Tim, thanks for joining us to talk about a wine I'm sure we want to talk about, the 2004 Grange. We've been awaiting this for some time. But before we pour, what about telling us a little, Tim, about the vintage 2004?
Thanks, Peter. Yes, the 2004 vintage started off with some very good winter and early spring rains. Coming into November, the weather started to warm up until Christmas time, and then January became quite cool and mild, which was fantastic after the early heat, until February, I should say, and then it became really hot with 17 days of above 30 degrees. 17, which really accelerated ripening, and therefore vintage commenced early into March.
Yeah. Well, we'll pour this and maybe talk a little bit about the wine, Steve, because 2004 is considered to be one of the great vintages.
You're right, Peter. I think 2004 Grange will go down as one of the A-grade Granges, certainly right up there with some of the classics.
Terrific. It is Grange though, isn't it? So there are a few constants, like 100% new oak?
It's 100% new oak, and majority from the Barossa Valley, as most Granges are, with a little bit from McLaren Vale as well.
In 2004, because that changes every year, of course.
Yeah.
I don't think we could forget the important part McGill played in this, Steve. A couple of percent of McGill Shiraz.
That's right. So the McGill Vineyard is still very important as a blending component for Grange.
Yes, and of course maturation there, half matured in the Barossa and half matured at McGill in the original underground cellars. This smells magnificent.
It does. Got a beautiful nose on it. What's the cellaring ability for this, Peter?
Oh, look, we say, even a normal Grange will go at least 30 years, but we tasted this a little earlier this morning, and we were looking about 2012 to about 2045. But look, there are no absolutes. That's our opinion today. But that gives us a rough idea, I think, of how long the wine will age. But when we say from 2012 onwards, really, you can drink it upon release. We're talking optimal drinking.
Yeah.
But oh, those aromatics. Whoa. That is a powerful wine.
Really intense and concentrated, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. And it is a wine you can drink upon release, but that primary fruit, all of that character up front, will go to those secondary and tertiary stages across many decades. Because this is an A-grade Grange, if we can use that expression, people will be drinking this wine in 50 years, 40 years. They have that choice. They don't necessarily have to drink it now. They can keep it over many decades.
It'll only get more complex and more interesting as it gets older.
Indeed, indeed. Now, Steve, Granges, there are only been, 5 to date released that are 100% Shiraz. This one contains a little bit of Cabernet.
Yeah, this one is just over 4%, and that really does add just a little bit more structure and backbone. And 2004 was a great year for Cabernet in the Barossa as well.
Gee, I'll have to buy a Magnum of that too, I think. Yes, no, well, a wonderful release. I think this will offer a lot of drinking enjoyment over many, many years. Gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers.
2004 Grange.